Retard, redneck, trailer park trash, slow, disabled, difficult, lost cause. Teachers didn't hide their disdain for my classmates or me. Teachers told us that without them, we would be nothing. Overhearing teachers insulting my parents, my friends, and my community became normal. I grew accustomed to teachers telling me I was stupid, lazy, and a lost cause. Verbal and emotional abuse experienced from teachers and professors compels me to seek change. I am Christopher Scott Wyatt, and this is my personal statement. Completing college and earning graduate degrees was an act of resistance, my rebellion. Anger became motivation. Schools labeled me by my neighborhood, my zip code, my appearance, and my test scores. I was in and out of special education, special supports, gifted education, and normal classrooms. Some might dismiss my experiences as those of a child born disabled in the 1960s. The doctor was intoxicated. I was a breech birth. He used forceps. The injuries included skull and facial fractures, a brachial plexus injury to the right shoulder, partial paralysis of my right side, spinal trauma, a broken left arm, a partially collapsed lung. The doctors told my father, "Your son won't survive the night." My parents didn't give up. My mother spent months moving my limbs and talking to me, providing the physical therapy the hospital would not. In first grade, I overheard teachers describe my parents as trailer park white trash. My grandmother was a farm worker. My father didn't know his birth father. For a short time, 9 of us lived in a small house with 1 bathroom. Ivanhoe, California is home. The elementary school is 98% Hispanic. 42% of adult residents were born in Latin America. A third of residents live in poverty. Only 3.2% have a college degree. I graduated high school with honors. The University of Southern California offered me an academic scholarship. At USC, I earned degrees in English and journalism, completing the university's honors program. The School of Education was different. The professor said I did not belong in the classroom. I wasn't sufficiently charming. I was disabled. I would not be good for students. In 1990, prejudices ran deep in education. Mind and body were considered connected. I live with left frontal lobe incurvature, Erb Duchenne palsy, lumbar scoliosis, complex partial seizures, Jacksonian seizures, epithelial basement membrane dystrophy. I assumed attitudes would be better years later when I decided to become a professor. I attended a major land-grant research university. I had a seizure in graduate school. A professor tried to have me expelled as a risk to myself and others. Another professor told me that they knew I was gifted, but didn't realize it came with a price. That was in 2008. In 2011, a colleague at another university said, "We don't need no autistics here. Requests for minor accommodations have gone unmet. My physical limits ignored or dismissed as inconvenient." Worse than the hostility I've encountered is the attitude towards the working class. Those ignorant, uneducated fools. My colleagues in higher education insult people like my friends, my family, and my community. I come from trailer parks, country music, NASCAR, pickup trucks, cowboy boots, plaid shirts, rodeos, county fairs, fishing, and camping. When my mother runs into my former teachers and they ask, "How is Scott?" she can respond, "He was a visiting professor at Carnegie Mellon University. He's a playwright. He's a filmmaker. He's a success." To be a good teacher, be a mentor, not a judge. You might learn something while teaching. Thank you.